Hello, it's Judith here. In the next couple of videos, I'm going to be talking about social media, particularly in relation to its effect on our mental and emotional well-being. And I'm going to talk in this video about bullying, obvious bullying and more subtle bullying. Now, the obvious bullying is the one that mostly teenagers or school-age children are impacted by. So bullying has long-term consequences. I see people in their 40s and 50s who are suffering the effects of childhood bullying. And I wonder and worry what the effects for this generation are going to be in 40 or 50 years' time, because in the olden days, bullying generally only happened at school. It might happen in friendship circles as well, but it wasn't as easy to bully. Nowadays, bullying can be 24/7. Nowadays, bullying can be anonymous, but it can be continuous. Can you imagine as a child being bullied all day at school and then going home and opening up your phone and it's just carrying on, telling you what an awful person you are, in some cases telling you to kill yourself because you're just not worth being here. Obviously that's the extreme end, but even the lower level stuff, it's like, I describe it to clients as it's like water on a rock. Yeah, water on a rock, one drip at a time, not significant, but water like that creates places like the Grand Canyon. So the water on the rock of a childhood creates this huge chasm in adulthood that affects people's confidence, their self-esteem, their ability to socially interact. And those are the sort of, the confidence and the self-esteem are sort of the foundations of your life. And if those have been broken away, then what have you got to fall back on when things get tough? Or what have you got supporting you even in the good times? So it is horrendous, and as I say, I worry about the long-term effects. The more subtle bullying, and I'll probably talk about this a bit more next time, is the "my life is better than your life" posts, or the "look at how amazing I look" posts. And so people are putting themselves on there, I reckon actually because they're lacking in self-confidence. So they have to, by telling the world that they're amazing, then they're actually trying to convince themselves. And I actually watched a program last night, and this may sound irrelevant, about post-birth psychosis. And there was this girl being interviewed, and she looked amazing and she sounded perfectly coherent. And right towards the end, when she was not able to hold it together for an interview, she said, "That's how I coped, by the way that I looked, the way that I spoke." So there was this facade that says everything is okay. And that's what we see on social media, that facade. And people are probably doing it in their real everyday life as well. And I certainly did it for a period of time when it was the only way that I could survive a difficult working situation. But it's such hard work. It's just exhausting. So the subtle bullying, I think, can be as bad as the out and out bullying. Maybe not quite as bad, but can have some really serious effects. So feeling, I don't love my husband to the moon and back. I haven't not had a cross word with him for 40 years or whatever. My relationship's okay, or my relationship's a bit rocky at the moment. What am I doing wrong? Why am I not happy? And that can apply to everything. Why does my house not look like that? Why does my garden not look? Why do my kids not look like? Why do my kids not so as successful as these people's kids? So it's it probably wouldn't be described as bullying, but I see it as bullying. It's undermining other people to make yourself better. Now, I'm very much in favour of helping people to feel better, but not at the expense of others. So, yeah. What do you do about that bullying as a parent? Hopefully you have the relationship with your child when they are communicating with you. Although this often goes with the destruction of the foundations, if you like. They don't want to admit, can't admit. Some parents I know will keep a track on their children's social media, and I think up to a certain age, this is probably a good idea, because then you can spot things that are happening, and also that enlightens you about what's going on at school as well. There comes an age around mid-teens where that gets a bit difficult, but hopefully your child is telling you about it, so then you can do whatever you think is best. Advise them to come off whatever groups they're in, which might be a problem if it's a friendship group and it's just one person. Block that one person. I don't know, but there are things that you can do. For the subtle bullying, just don't look so much. It amazes me how much time people spend looking on Facebook. I'm notorious for not doing that. If I get notifications, I will look. If I know friends or family are on holiday, I might make a point of going and looking at their pictures. But I don't just go around Facebook looking randomly at posts or looking at all the posts that my friends are making, except in a business context. Avoid it. It's a bit like not watching the news. Just avoid it. Don't look. It's not true anyway, and it doesn't deserve your time and the angst and undermining that it may cause you. So just stop it. Just put that phone away or go look at something else. Okay then, that's it for today. And as always, take care of yourself, and I will see you next time. Okay then, bye.